Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the session today. Let us start the session. Hope you guys are doing good. So far, what we have discussed, let me try to uh, point it out here. So we had discussed this thing. What is Google Cloud Platform? Why we need to learn the Google GCP interfaces. We have discussed in GCP interfaces. We have learned about what is console, what is shell, what is SDK. Okay, so these are the three things. And console walkthrough I have shown you, and GCP locations like region, zone. And after that, GCP IAM concepts. In this one, we have learnt about identities, or people usually call as principles, right? Principles, roles, policies, resource hierarchy. Resource hierarchy. These are the concepts that we have seen so far. Today, my next topic that I'm going to, I told you how to create an account also. So I'm assuming that people are following and they are trying to create an account. Okay. So today I am going to talk about basic Linux commands. Linux basics. Today we are going to cover Linux basics. So let us try to start with that. Okay, I'm going to copy it here. We will try to start here the Linux basics. Okay, so hope you all can hear me. If you guys are able to hear me, let me know. Okay, let us start the session. So for doing this Linux basics, I am going to the Cloud Shell, and Cloud Shell is one of the Linux operating system only. So we will be able to do all of these things. Okay, you guys already know about the Cloud Shell. Let me again phrase it. What is the Cloud Shell? A Cloud Shell is one of the Linux operating system, and it's a virtual machine provided to you for each user. Whoever is creating the Google Cloud account, they are going to give you one virtual machine to each user. It is not related to the project, sir. It is related to the account. Some people say that, sir, I can see the files in same. I can see the same files from the another project also, because it is not related to the project. A Cloud Shell is one of the virtual machine with the Linux operating system provided to the each Google user account for their small operation purpose. Because it's a what it is, sir? It is a command line interface. If you wanted to interact with the commands, if you wanted to interact with the Google Cloud services via commands, you can use Cloud Shell. It is a command line interface. Okay, and the fourth point I would say it's a small machine. Why I would say small machine, sir? It's having only 5 GB storage, 5 GB space, I would say. Okay, it's a command line interface and it is a virtual machine and comes up with a Linux operating system, and the size of this particular Cloud Shell is 5 GB only. And fifth point is it comes up with a pre-installed client libraries. So client library support is also there. Client libraries. When I say client libraries, you can think of like this: Python, Python, Java, Go, Docker, Terraform, all of these things. You can say many kind line library support is there. Programming languages support is there. Also, you have a Docker, Terraform, and plenty of these things. Okay, so all of those things are you will be able to already pre-installed. Okay, if you just wanted to update their versions, you can able to do it. So this is what is a Cloud Shell. So what I am trying to do today is that learn about we are going to learn about Linux basics on top of the Cloud Shell only. Okay, we are going to learn the basic Linux commands. Okay, basic Linux commands we are going to learn on top of the Cloud Shell only, because Linux is a operating system. Linux commands are we are going to learn on top of the Linux operating system. Cloud Shell with the Linux operating system only. So this is something we can able to do it. For that one, what I am trying to do, I can select any of the project, or I am gonna select one of the projects at first. Okay. So I'm gonna select our morning batch. And once you have selected any of the project, this is how the interface looks like. And what you can do is that activate the Cloud Shell. Click on this activate button. So the Cloud Shell will be activated. Okay. So this is what it is, a Cloud Shell. Okay, I don't want it to open here or drag and drop this button. So I wanted to open this entire Cloud Shell terminal in one more page, one more window. So for that one, I am clicking on this particular thing, open a new window. The session will be stopped here and the session will be created here. You see it is created, it is stopped. So I'm going to click on disconnect, and you have here Cloud Shell opened, Cloud Shell terminal opened in one more page. You can actually click on editor also. Editor will also open for you. Okay. Now I don't want it to work with the editor. Now this is what it is. So let me click on ls. Don't think about all of these things. Okay. Don't worry about all of these things. These were the things that I will be working for other projects, other trainings. Okay, what for this patch, what we will do is that first thing I'm going to start with, let me going to clear the screen. So this is how the blank screen comes. Okay, whenever you open it. And sir, I don't want it to work with this project. So this is one of the project. I don't want it to work with this project. The very first thing, as soon as you entered into the Cloud Shell, is that select the project. For selecting the project, usually open this one, open one more tab. You can see here, as soon as you open this terminal, you will be able to see gcloud config set project. Okay, the command is also there. You can just directly paste it. You can just select it, automatically it will be copied. So when you select it, automatically it will be copied. gcloud config set project and space, you can give a project ID. What is your project ID? Sir, I wanted to work with the GCP morning batch. The project ID for that one is this one only. I will copy this thing. Okay, I'm going to copy this thing. Once you copy it, paste it here. See, gcloud config set project is this one, space project ID to change the different project. So I'm going to click on this thing. Authorize the Cloud Shell, because you are a person, you wanted to do some activity, so you authorize it. And see here, property is updated. Okay, so this is how you will be able to select the project properly. You will be able to set the project properly once you have entered into the Cloud Shell. Okay, so after that, sir, I wanted to do some activities, because we were going to learn the basic, right? So some basic things I will try to tell you here. So usually we should not confuse. So sometimes there will be people will be calling it a directory. Directory is nothing but a folder or container you can think of. Working directory we call. Usually working directory means what, sir? Working folder. Okay. So clear. I am going to use clear to clear the screen. Okay. So this is something I will also be using. Tab. Sometimes I will be using tab. If that command is already there in the Linux, it will finish up the rest of the command. To finish the rest of the command, to complete the rest of the command. For example, what is this one, sir? You see here, I say pi, and automatically if I space Python, okay, it's not coming. That's great. See here, So I say Python, PITH, automatically it will finish up the rest. Or, so for example, I have, when I say repo report, so some kind of a basic commands are all there. Docker came directly. So some commands are inbuilt things. So when you are trying to finish it, when you are trying to enter the few letters of it, and you wanted to finish the rest of it, in such cases you can go like that. Not only that, sir, if you can see here, I have a this file. See, this is a file. So if I try to mention read automatically it's not like that, or cat, I would say cat. For example, if I wanted to see, automatically it came an entire thing. You just enter tab. What it will do is that when you enter read, right, automatically I just enter tab. Automatically enter file name came. So that's how. So when you wanted to finish off rest of the command or rest of the file name or rest of the things, when you properly want it, for example, you can also see here cd app engine. This folder I wanted to go inside it. So automatically it came. So that's how the tab works. Clear is to clear the screen. Okay. And again, upper arrow, down arrow. Upper arrow, down arrow. So for scrolling between the previous commands and current commands. Sir, I wanted to scroll to the previous command. For example, just now we have entered clear, right? If you wanted to see, click on upper arrow. See, automatically clear came. And before that command, ls. Before that command, gcloud config set program. So this is how you will be able to see the previous commands one by one. So I wanted to go to the previous command. I wanted to come to the same current command back. Upper arrow, down arrow. Upper arrow, down arrow. So upper arrow and down arrow to move between the previous commands. Among the previous commands, there are plenty of the previous commands we have entered. So if you wanted to go back to those previous commands, you can just click on upper arrow, down arrow. Sir, I wanted to see clear and enter. Automatically clear, screen will be cleared. So that is how you will be able to see. These are the basic things. Okay, these 5 are the basic things we must know. Now after that, we are going to start with file and directory operations. Okay, file and directory operations. Okay, file and directory operations in this one. So for example, when you have a file, how do you list out all the files inside that particular directory? Sir, whenever you are inside, sir, I am inside my Cloud Shell. So where, if you wanted to know where you are, what is your current working directory, so you can just print the working directory, pwd. Pwd is to print the working directory, print working directory. So when you enter print working directory, say you are inside the home and you are working in this particular username. This is your username, sir. See here, this is your username. Okay, you are inside this directory. Okay, so if you wanted to list out all the files inside this current working directory, just click on ls. Ls means list out, list. Okay, ls means list. When you click on ls, these many files are there in my current working directory. Okay, so ls is to list out the files, pwd is to print the working directory. Okay, so I'm going to paste it out one by one here, or I have it here. Let me open it. I'm going to, anyway, this is what it is. So I have mentioned everything here, guys. Linux operating system, the basic commands I have also mentioned, and you can also see here file and directory operations. You have ls. Just now I told you ls, right? Ls means list. The command is to, the ls command is to list files, directories in the current working directory. Example, how to use it? Ls, if you give ls, automatically you'll be able to use it. Okay. and cd used to the cd command is used to change the current working directory. So I have just seen that if I give ls, I have these many files. So some are the folders, nothing but some are the directories, some are the files. You see here app engine is a directory. So you can able to see the visual representation also. For some files, this is a normal color, and for the folders, it is visually represented as a blue color. Okay, so it is a folder, this is a file. This is the difference between the folders and files if you wanted to visually identify. Okay, now sir, I wanted to go inside this folder. That means I wanted to change my directory from the current working directory to the app engine directory. Nothing but app engine folder I wanted to go. In that case, you can say cd, nothing but a change directory where you wanted to go app engine. Okay, so cd app engine. That means you see here, you are inside the app engine. So earlier home, if you print the working directory, pwd, you will be able to see home gcp. Until here, so far we were working app engine directory. Now we are inside the app engine. If you ls, that means list out, you will be able to see the files here. app.yaml, main.py, requirement.txt. Okay, so this is how you can able to change the directory. Sir, I wanted to go back to the previous directory, cd hyphen dot dot. Okay, you have gone to the previous directory. Okay, so cd is to change the directory and enter the directory name. When you enter the directory name properly, you are going to change your current directory from the directory name which you have given. Sir, I wanted to come back to the previous directory. cd hyphen cd space dot dot is means to come to the previous directory. Okay, so that is what it is. You can also see here the same thing. Sir, change to the specific directory cd and a space, you can provide the directory name. Move to the home directory. If you wanted to directly come to the home directory, you can also mention. For example, sir, I'm going to go to the repo. So for example, I want to go to the repo 1. That is also directory only. cd repo 1. Okay, so ls, you have a different files here, data.txt, data file, main.py. Okay, sir, I wanted to come to the, I have only one directory. My home directory is also the same. The previous directory is also home directory only. So you can just mention cd. So you are going to the home directory. cd space dot dot, you also give the same thing will happen because you are only moved away from one directory from the home directory. So that's the reason previous directory or the home directory both are same here. So that is the reason the cd dot hyphen cd space dot dot is also giving you the same answer. cd also giving you the same answer. But in next commands, we will see the difference between the cd dot dot and cd. Okay, so cd, the main intention of cd is that to change the specific directory. And if you wanted to come back to the parent directory or you wanted to come back to the home directory, you can also check it here. Okay, so this is how this is how cd works. cd is nothing but a change directory. Okay, now I have told you this one, pwd. pwd is nothing but a print working directory. The pwd command is to print the current working directory. If you wanted to know, what is your current directory or where are you actually working, which directory, if you are working, if you wanted to know, you can just enter pwd. Okay, so pwd. Okay, so this is where we are. And if you wanted to know who is working, who am I? If you wanted to know who is working, this is the person working. Okay, this is the user working. Okay, who am I is to print who is working. Now the next command is mkdir, make directory. The mkdir command is to create a new directory. Sir, if I wanted to create a new directory, I can use mkdir. Okay, sir, make a directory. Sir, I wanted to create a new directory. That directory name is going to be sample, sample, sample. Just say sample. Okay, that means if I give ls, I'll be able to see sample also. Sir, I wanted to create a test directory inside the sample directory. So you go inside the cd, you go inside the sample, and now pwd, where you are, you see here, you are inside the sample directory, and I wanted to mkdir and test. I wanted to create a test directory in the sample directory, sir. Test means a test folder. I wanted to create it. ls, you see here, I have test directory. And sir, I wanted to create one more directory, that is Spark directory inside the test. That means again I wanted to change the directory cd cd test. So I can go inside the test and mkdir. I wanted to create a one more directory. So you can also see, if you are inside the test, do you have anything? No. Inside the test directory, you do not have anything. I wanted to create a one folder, mkdir Spark. See, ls rcd Spark. So you are now from the home directory to, you moved away from the sample. Inside the sample, you have a test. Inside the test, you have a Spark. Okay, inside the Spark, do you have anything? No. So that's how you can use mkdir to create a folders, nothing but a directories. Okay, sir, you now see the difference between the, cd dot dot. What does the cd dot dot done? You just went to the, from the current directory to the previous directory, you been moved. So that means just only the previous directory you have moved. But instead, if you try to do the Spark and you mention cd, all the way from the current directory to the home directory, you will be moving. You see here. Okay, all the way from the current directory to the home directory you came. But when you mention cd hyphen hyphen, only you are one step back. You are going one step back. That means in terms of the directories, you are going to the previous directory. So that is what is the difference between the cd dot dot and cd. Okay, clear it out. Clear is the command to clear the screen. Okay, now we got the blank screen. And if you can see ls to list out, we have created a folder. Inside the folder, we created a one more folder. Inside the folder, we created a one more folder. Sir, I don't want it to go. I don't want it to mention cd sample, cd test, cd Spark. I wanted to directly go from the my home directory to the Spark directory. In such scenarios, cd sample space sample slash, and what is your next one, test slash, what is your next one, Spark. Okay, you are directly moving from your home directory to, you just have to provide a proper path. If any of the name is wrong, then you cannot be able to move it. Now you see here, all the way from the home directory to the sample, inside the test, inside the Spark. Now I am inside the Spark directory. Okay, so that is what is the, sorry, that is what is, so that is what I have mentioned here. See, if you wanted to change it to the specific directory, you can mention cd path to the final directory which you wanted to go. Okay, if it is directory the same, if you wanted to directly go to the which directory which is there in your current directory, you can directly go. But if you wanted to go to a directory which is there inside something, then you have to provide properly the path. Okay, now that is, sir, here mkdir nothing but a make directory. The mkdir command is to create a new directory. The command usage is also I have mentioned here. mkdir space the directory name. Okay, this is nothing but a new directory, means that particular name you wanted to give it to that directory. So this is what it is. Sir, if you wanted to remove your directory, Sir, if you wanted to remove your directory, that means delete your directory, rmdir. Rmdir is to remove the directory. The rmdir command is to remove the empty directory. So you can see here to remove the empty directory only. Okay, so let me go there. Sir, I wanted to create, so I wanted to come back to one previous step back, and now sample test and Spark. I'm inside the test only. So inside the test, I have a Spark, but I wanted to remove this Spark directory. I wanted to remove that Spark directory. RMDIR Spark. Okay, it is removed. That means there is no error, means it is removed. You can click on ls. You have a Spark earlier, but now you do not have a Spark. See, before that, if I give ls in the same thing like a sample tester, inside that I have a Spark. Now I do not have a Spark because I have removed it. RMDIR is command is to remove the empty directories. Okay, sir, I wanted to step back. So, or I wanted to step back. Sir, I am inside my home directory and I have sample. So I will try to remove the sample directory. Will it work? Anyone tell me? So RMDIR sample, I am trying to do it. Okay, I am trying to remove the sample directory. Will it work? Anyone? No one? No one is following? It works?
No, it won't work because it's not empty folder directory.
Correct. Perfect. Perfect, Rohan. So it won't work, guys, because inside the sample we have a test. So this sample is not empty. I told you. You have to see inside my sample. I have a test folder also. See, that's what it is saying. RMDIR failed to remove the sample directory because the directory is not empty. So RMDIR is to remove only the empty directories. So we must try to use force, I believe, force R minus RF. So forcibly remove it. Forcibly remove it. If you try to use, then only it will remove. Okay. So sorry, directly F only. Forcibly remove it. Minus F and sample. Okay, what is that? Okay, 1 minute, guys. I might have mentioned here. I think it is minus R or minus F, something only. Okay, instead I can use like this. Rm minus RF sample. Okay, it is deleted. Instead of dir, you can mention rm command. So remove forcibly sample directory. I have removed it. Okay. So now you see here inside that we do not have a sample. So rmdir is to remove only the sample directories, guys. Okay. When you wanted to remove everything, even though that is have a file or something, you can use this thing. Rm, simple rm command. Rm is to remove it, whether it is a file or it is a folder or whatever it is. If you wanted to forcibly remove it, minus rf is nothing but a remove it forcibly. So this is what it is. Okay, so this way we can able to remove the empty directories as well as the directories which are not empty also. Okay, so that is what it is. So one more thing is that copy command. Before the copy command, I'm going to tell you this touch command. Okay, touch command I will tell you, sir. So we will come to the copy move rm after the cat and nano. Okay, nano is not here. Okay, nano also I will mention. So nano command is also very important. Nano. Okay, first we will try to see touch and nano. After that we will come to copy, move and rm. Okay, so first touch. Sir, you wanted to create an empty file. What is that, sir? I wanted to create an empty file. Let me create one sample directory for our working purpose. mkdir sample. Okay, ls cd sample. So I am inside my sample directory. Sir, I wanted to create a one file, not a folder, sir. I wanted to create a file which is empty again, which is an empty file. Okay, we created empty directory, that is fine. I wanted to create an empty file. For that one, you can use touch file1.txt. I have created ls, you can see here, a file1.txt. Touch is a command to create the empty file. You can also go and see here. The touch command is to create an empty file or update the timestamp of an existing file. For example, to create an empty file, you can see here. Okay, so whenever you mention touch-filename.txt, automatically empty file will be created. Not only empty files, sir. Empty main I wanted to create it. See, you can also see I have created two things: file1.txt, main.py. So both are empty. You don't need to worry about it. Touch command will always create an empty. Sir, I wanted to see inside what is inside there, or I wanted to add something. Sir, inside file1.txt, I wanted to add some information. For that one, I can use nano command. Nano is the editor. Okay, Nano and Vim are the editors in the Linux, guys. So Nano is the editor. With the help of the Nano, you can achieve two things. With the help of the Nano, it is nano car, guys. It is a Nano command. Two things. You can create a new file. Create new file. One more thing is that you can add data also. That means Nano is not just a command, it's just an editor inside the shell environment. Okay, you can create a file, you can also add some data. Okay, now see here. Sir, I wanted to create a new file, that is file2.txt. File2.txt. File2.txt was not there. So what the Nano will do is that it actually creates a file and it opens some entire editor for us to add some data inside it. Okay, you see here, Nano. See, the file is getting created and it is asking me to add some data in this editor. You see here, file2.txt. Here you will be able to see file2.txt. Inside that, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to GCP Data Engineering course. So you can add some data like this. Okay. Bye. Very good. Done. Okay. So this is the work. So once you have entered some information, you can see some options here. You see some options here. Okay. Sir, I wanted to exit from this editor. So Control X. When you mention Control X, it is asking you, do you want it to save the buffer? That means, do you want it to save the data? Yes. Why I am going to enter, automatically it will be saved. Okay, so that is what it is. Now click on ls, you will be able to see file1.txt, file2.txt, main.py. If you see file1.txt, nano, file1.txt, there is nothing inside it. File1.txt, there is nothing inside it. And Control X, you don't want it to add anything. But file2, you have some data. Hi everyone, welcome to the GCP Data Engineering by Saidul John. You have some data here. Okay, so you can also come Control X. So if you do not have modified anything, if you enter directly Control X, it will be directly coming out of it. If you modify the file, it's going to be asking you to save it. If you wanted to save it, you save it. Otherwise, you leave it. Okay, now we have three files. We have three files. Okay, one is file1.txt, file2.txt, main.py. Sir, I wanted to see the data here only. Sir, I don't want it to go inside the editor to see the data. So I wanted to look like a cat and watch the data inside it. Okay, I wanted to look like a cat. So the command is cat file to .txt. You see here, the data will be shown here itself. The data inside that particular file to .txt is shown here itself. Okay. So hi everyone, welcome to the GCP data engineering course by Saidul. So that's how you will be able to. What is this? Sorry. What is this cat command is doing here? The cat is to look inside the file or look inside some folder. Okay, so you look inside the file and you see what is inside it. So it will be print that part, whatever that is there inside it. Okay, for example, today, tomorrow it is the main.py. So let me see cat main.py. Do I have anything in the main.py? No. So that's the reason it is not showing anything. So if you wanted to add, you can also add nano main.py. You can add some information here. Okay, print hello world. Hello world. Okay, so this is how it is. Control X, Y, enter. Okay, if you say cat, so I'm not writing the cat main.py, sir. That is my previous command only. I know cat main.py. See, print hello world is the command. Okay, so this is how you can able to create an empty file. Touch is to create an empty file. I think somewhere I'll be having nano also, but I forgot it. Without nano, how I did told all these things to somewhere the nano will also be there, but I forgot. Can I select nano? Okay, it was not there. Okay, that's fine. Usually I'll tell nano is to do two things: to create and add data inside file. Okay, so we can create it, we can add data, enter it, and save. It will be saving. If you wanted to save context and why, that means you are saving. And touch is to create an empty file. Create an empty file. And cat is to view the data manipulation commands. Cat is the data manipulation command. Actually, nano also a data manipulation command only. Okay, so data manipulation command is to display the contents of one or more files. So you are able to see cat file.txt. If I give, automatically whatever that is there inside the file.txt, it is going to be showing you. Okay, so this is the command for cat to show data, nano to create and add data inside it, touch is to create an empty file. Okay, now back to the cpmvrm. Sir, now I wanted to go back to my home directory. I want to clear the screen. Sir, ls, sir, I go inside my cd app engine. Sir, inside my app engine, I do not have anything. Did I delete it? Earlier I used to have, okay, let me check it. Sorry. Yeah. So in my app engine, I have a requirement.txt. You already know that inside the sample, we do not have a requirement.txt. I wanted to move two things I wanted to do. This is my app engine folder. This is my sample folder. Okay, app engine folder. This is my sample folder. I wanted to move requirement.txt folder from file from here to here. Okay, so two ways. Either you can copy or you can move. Let us see the difference between the copy and move. Okay, let us see the difference between the copy and move. One time we will do with the copy with the requirement.txt. The next time we will try to move the file, that is one more file, app.yaml. Okay, so this is something move for app.yaml. Okay, I have two files here. Okay, that is app.yaml is also not there and .txt. So first let me try to do copy command requirement.txt. So I wanted to let me come back to the previous home directory. Sir, where is my requirement.txt? So first I wanted to copy. Cp is the command to copy. But where is my requirement.txt, sir? Can I mention directly requirement.txt? Because inside my home directory, it is not there. Okay, inside the app engine folder, and that's where we have a requirement.txt. So for that one, app engine requirement.txt. So the path of the source, okay, CP source path and source file name, we have got it. And where we are going to move it, sample, right? So sample. So inside the sample, I want it. Enter. You go to ls sample. If you give, you will be able to see ls sample I have given, sir. I don't want it to go actually to the sample folder and cd sample, and inside that ls I don't want it to give. Instead, I can directly list out the files inside this folder. I can directly list out it. You see here. Okay, ls minus ltr is also there. You can also do that. See, you can also see when it was created. LTR is to give the full information of that particular file. So you see here. Okay, so just now requirement.txt 246. Okay, 246 is, it's not our standard time. It is like plus 250 hours. Oh, sorry, 550, 530, I guess. Okay, so it is in USD, sir. Okay, you have to add 530 hours so that it's exactly our 817. Okay, just now we have created this thing. Okay, you'll be able to see ls minus ltr. ls minus ltr is to give you full information related to your inside not folder, right? Yeah, sorry. ls minus ltr, and you mentioned app engine. So you'll be able to see app engine. You have a 3 files earlier, right? You will be able to see all the information when it was created, and what was the date, and what is the folder. All of those things you will be able to see it here. Okay, so that is what it is. The count is also 1 only. Okay, so this is what it is. So first thing what we have done, you can see here, guys. So first, if I go to sample, if I give ls, I have requirement.txt, which is copied from where? Which is copied from my app engine folder. Okay, so that is what it is. Now, what I wanted to do is that I wanted to use the same command. Where is that command? This is same command. I don't want it to use the copy, but I wanted to use move. Move command. The file I don't want it to use requirement.txt. I wanted to use app.yaml. Space sample.txt. What the move command will do, let us try to see. Okay, move is done. That means app.yaml from the app engine to it went to the sample directory. Okay, now if I see ls minus ltr, and if I say sample, you will be having that file. See, somewhere app.yaml you have here. Just now it is created. Okay, so this is not the actual time of this one. It was the time when it was created, app.yaml. Okay, so app.yaml was moved to the sample directory. That is fine. But let us see whether that is there in source directory also. That means ls minus ltr, and what is our source directory? App engine. See here, we do not have that file here. So what is the difference between the copy and move? When you do the copy, the file will be available in the source as well as destination. But when you do the move, the file will be moved all from here to here. That means in the source you do not having the file, but in the destination you have the file. Okay, so that is the difference between the copy and copy. The file will be available in both locations. But move, the file will be deleted at source location, move to the destination location. Okay, so that is the difference between the copy and move. Okay, and one more thing, sir, I wanted to delete, because sir, I will go to my sample directory, and if I ls it out, I have like 5 files. Okay, app.yaml file this thing. Sir, I wanted to delete requirement.txt. I wanted to delete requirement.txt, sir. Okay, how do I delete it? For deleting it, rm and requirement.txt. rm is the command to remove. Means remove is to remove the file from this particular directory. Okay, it is removed. See here, removed. Sir, I wanted to remove the app.yaml also. Okay, I just wanted to move it back, sir. App.yaml is not available in the source. Let me try to move it. Okay, so let me try to move it from here to there. Okay, let us try doing that. So MV from where sample. Okay, you are also inside sample. Huh? We come back to the previous one. Move sample directory. What is that? App.yaml to app engine. So what I'm trying to do, from the sample directory to the app engine, I'm moving it. Okay, now if you see, if you go to cd app engine, you will be having your app.yaml. Okay, so come back, and what I wanted to do now, sir, I wanted to go to sample directory, and I wanted to list it out, and I wanted to delete all the files at a time. All the files at a time. You can delete it. For example, I want to delete only file 1 and file 2. So how do I delete it, sir? Rm multiple files if you wanted to delete it. File 1 dot, sorry, file 1 dot txt, file 2 dot txt. Okay, that means you have removed 2 files. Multiple files if you wanted to delete it. Space, you just give space and enter the one more file. List it out. You do not have anything. Only main.py you are, because you removed file1.txt, file2.txt. So this is how the rm command also works. Okay, so now what we have learned, copy command we have learned, move command we have learned, and remove command also we have learned. Copy command is to copy files or directories from one location to the another. Move command is to move the files or directories from one location to another. So the thing I told you only the files, guys. I want you guys to try it out with directories also. Can you able to move the directory, or can you be able to copy the directory from one particular directory to the other directory? If you will be able to do it, try it out. Okay, that's an assignment for you. Okay, to copy the directory from one location to the another. Try to move the file from, try to move the directory from one location to the another. Try to do that. And remove command is to remove the files. Okay, so if you wanted to remove the directory forcibly, you can also mention -r. So that is -r, -rf. That is something that you can do. Okay, so this is what is for today. So far we have discussed ls, cd, pwd, mkdir, copy, move, remove, touch, nano. Okay, until this one we have covered here today. Tomorrow we will see few more things are also there, and after that we will stop it here for today, tomorrow. Okay, so few more commands if you learn, that is well and good. Okay, the basic commands so far whatever I have discussed, right, these are the very basic commands we must all know. Okay, yeah, tomorrow's are a little bit we don't actually use it, but it's good to know. Okay, like tail, grep, less, all of these things like awk, cut, sort. These are the basic commands also, but it's not that we should know all of these things. I've just listed it out all. Okay, so this is it for today, guys. Anyone have any questions? Please raise your hand if you have any. Yes, we are sharing. I have shared the notes already, guys. I'm telling you, if you go to your Telegram group, you already have these notes. Okay, you can click on that notepad, you will be able to see. Okay, yeah. Sorry, wait a minute, guys. We are having multiple things. Okay, 1 minute. Rohan, you are talking, right? 1 minute, please. Johan is from, yes, you, I have already pasted in the Telegram group. If you have completed your registration, you might be able to add it to the Telegram group. Yeah, yes. And for those people, I'm going to share it to you. Okay, I'm going to share it to you. Some people who are not there in the Telegram group who already paid also, I'm going to share it to you today, guys. Okay, yeah. I'm going to share it to you guys. You all will be having access to these things. Don't worry. If you complete the transaction, maybe by tomorrow, the link may be changing. So I think by the time tomorrow, you will be getting all the access to these notes. Okay, this is a comprehensive notes. All the information is having here, guys. Okay. So for creation of the accounts and whatever I have discussed, also you can go who have already the access to the notes. Just to go through all of these things, guys, and try to create an account. You have a account creation also here. You can not this one. We have account creation also here, and Linux I have not pasted here, so let me put the Linux also here. So this is the Linux concept is not actually from this particular thing, but it's good to know basic Linux commands here also there, but I usually talk here. Okay, those Linux commands I will be talking about here. ls, process management, rm, remove, all of these commands I will be talking about here, but I'll be adding it here. Okay, I'm going to add it under GCP only. Okay, I have added a page. Okay, I will paste it directly. Okay, under Google Cloud, if you go to the GCP concepts under the Google Cloud, you have a Linux. If you click on that second, check it out. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys. Questions, anyone? Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day. This is it for today. Tomorrow we will meet. Thank you all. So we will share you guys, okay? I will share you the document. I will ask Durga Soft to create a group because they are not creating the group. If they have created a group, I can paste it there directly. Okay. Or else I will ask them the location where they are keeping the videos. I will paste it there, the link. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.